Hello, this is Dr. J here with a channel update at the end of 2024 heading into 2025. Playing Saviors of Sapphire Wings, that'll serve as the backdrop for this channel update. Even though we're all grown adults and have been for a long time, my family, friends, and I continue to all buy each other Christmas gifts, which I think is very nice. And this is a game that I received for Christmas. So, the playthroughs that I currently have posting are Class of Heroes 2, which that is a very long game, so that is going to continue posting into February. I don't remember how far into February, but it's over 70 videos, so there's still a bit of that playthrough left. Blaster Master Zero Trilogy, which there's still a fair amount of that left as well. And R-Type Tactics 2 Operation Bitter Chocolate, which I have been playing in preparation or anticipation of the remake coming out sometime this year, hopefully, after being delayed for multiple years. I also have at least one set of playthroughs that are fully recorded that I have uploaded but just haven't published them. And that would be the several Shantae games. Shantae Half Genie Hero, Shantae and the Seven Sirens, and I think Shantae and the Pirate's Curse was the other one. I have full playthroughs of those recorded that I can start posting at any time. Which will be nice because lately I have been too busy to do any recording, really. So I'm currently relying on playthroughs that I recorded in the past to fill the time, while I wait to get the opportunity to record new ones. One of the things that I talk about for several videos in my Class of Heroes 2 playthrough, which you've no doubt noticed if you've been watching that, is I recorded that back in August, and at the time I was in the middle of applying to a new job that I was pretty excited about, because it would constitute a major upgrade over the job I had at the time, a major career upgrade. That turned out to be a very long hiring process. Very long indeed. Like 2 months long. It was a little ridiculous, but good personal news on that front. I did eventually get that job. And it is as good as I was hoping it would be. So that turned out great. Looks like this might be a boss battle. Do I really want to fight a boss battle while I'm doing a channel update? Why not? Alright, brief pause in the channel update as I enter this boss battle. Just then. Oh, it's the Cyclops. I watch. Yeah, of course you do, coward. Bring it on, Cyclops. I've defeated you before, and I can do it again. Okay, so... also at the time that I was recording Class of Heroes 2, I was discussing other potential Let's Plays that I might be doing in the future. And the major things that I was considering for that were... Let's see, what would this guy be vulnerable to? Fire? I think he's Earth aligned. I was discussing Etrian Odyssey 5, as well as Dragon's Crown. Now, Dragon's Crown has not happened, despite the fact that I got the new job. I still haven't bothered to get a PlayStation 5 subscription. I did start recording some Etrian Odyssey 5, but I only got a few videos into that before I got very busy and distracted with other things. Nothing was wrong with the playthrough, it was going fine, but it's just life gets busy sometimes, and I kind of had to shelve it. So, not much progress was made there before I had to shelve it, and I haven't even acquired Dragon's Crown. Oh wow, that guy was easy to kill. I haven't even acquired Dragon's Crown in a form where I can play and record it. Oh, okay, there's more than one Cyclops. Fair enough. Alright, well, I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. Seems to be working pretty well. Now, what I am considering playing in the near future, though, I've been in a pretty major Zelda mood lately. So, I've been considering doing a Majora's Mask playthrough. That's something that I started trying to record in the past, but that turns out to be a game that's fairly difficult to LP well. Because it's a lot more open-ended in some ways than Ocarina of Time. Like, there's a huge number of side quests that just become available really, really early in the game, right out of the gate. And trying to figure out a good, efficient way to go through those without, like, having to do really crazy amounts of practice is a pretty difficult thing. Wow, there's a lot of these guys. But nonetheless, right now, I'm kind of really feeling excited about the idea of doing some Zelda playthroughs. So I'm considering Majora's Mask, even though it would be a very high-effort thing. Also, there's this game that I'm playing right now as the backdrop to while I do this rambling channel update. So as you can clearly see, it's a grid-based first-person dungeon crawler. I guess I would characterize it... I'm like maybe 3 hours into the game at this point. I'm enjoying it a lot. So far I might characterize it as maybe kind of generic. But I don't actually mean that in a bad way, because I'm having a lot of fun with it. And that's what really matters with the game. Oh, now some goblins are showing up. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish if the Cyclops, the multiple Cyclopes, can take us out. But, yeah, this is actually, it's quite an enjoyable game. Even though I would say, like, there's not really a whole lot to distinguish it or make it stand out from other first-person grid-based dungeon crawlers I've played. But it's just a very solid, competent effort at the genre. It just does a good job of being this. So if you would actually like to see a full playthrough of this game that I'm playing right now, leave a comment or something. And if some people express some interest in it, there's a fairly high possibility I might end up doing a full LP of this as well. But that will probably depend on if anybody says it's something that they'd be interested in seeing. And then the last thing, besides getting back to one of my Etrian Odyssey playthroughs, which is always a possibility, aside from that, the last thing that I'm considering trying an LP of that I'm kind of in the mood for is Final Fantasy IX, which over the years has actually ended up being my favorite Final Fantasy game. It didn't used to be, but over time it's just grown on me more and more, where some other Final Fantasy games have grown on me less. Now that's another one that could perhaps be mildly tricky to LP. Probably not as much so as Majora's Mask. But that's a game that just starts kind of slow, Final Fantasy IX. Majora's Mask actually has that same problem to a degree. And so it would kind of start out maybe... Oh, they steal gold from me. They've never done that before. Outrageous. I'm not going to put up with that. And so it would be maybe slightly tricky to make the beginning of the game interesting to watch and not be boring before you really get into the meat of it, where it really starts to get interesting. But it is another thing that I'm considering. That would be a very, very big, long, meaty LP. Just like Etrian Odyssey games are, or any first-person dungeon crawler is, so... You know, the fact that it's real long wouldn't necessarily dissuade me from doing an LP of it, because I've LP'd plenty of other long games. Oh, do we finally fight the big boss, Mukabu himself? Hey, we finally get to fight this guy. He's been plaguing me throughout most of the early part of this game, and I finally get to kick his butt. I assume he's tougher than the Cyclopes? He is supposed to be, like, the first major boss of the game, I think, so... I would assume so. I also assume he's Earth-aligned, though I don't know that. Let's throw some more Enhance Avoid on some of my characters. So yeah, that's, I've really been kind of rambling because I'm feeling kind of tired. And also slightly distracted by playing this game at the same time, so maybe I should have recorded it separately and then narrated over it, but whatever. that the 3 playthroughs I currently have going are going to continue going about through February. That I have several Shantae games that I have full LPs recorded of, and I can schedule those to post at any time. Alright, he was easy to defeat. If I end up not having enough time to do other recordings in the near future, I can just schedule those to fill the space. And then, the main things I'm just really in the mood to possibly do an LP of are another Zelda game, which would probably be Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess would also be high on the list, but it's hard to acquire that in a form that I can record well, because I don't think it was ever released on anything but GameCube and Wii. And I have the GameCube version, but I'd have to dig my GameCube out and Twilight Princess. I don't even know if I'd be able to find both of those. And I don't even know if I'd be able to set it up to record them properly. So even though I'd love to record Twilight Princess, the better option would probably... Ooh, we learned Mass Cure. Oh, and I cleared one of the subquests for slaying lots of beast folk. The better option would probably be to try to emulate it and record it that way, but I have not even confirmed whether I can find an emulator that plays the GameCube version of Twilight Princess well, and whether my computer's powerful enough to play and record that at the same time without lag. So it would almost certainly be Majora's Mask before Twilight Princess. And then this game is, again, if anybody expresses interest in this, there's a decent chance I'll just start it over from the beginning and do a real full playthrough of it. Because I'm enjoying it, but I'll just leave it up to viewers to decide if they think this looks like it would be a fun thing to watch an LP of. Oh, I get to pick which character I want to compliment the most. Well, Elfa is the adorable waifu elf girl, so I'm obviously going to go for affection points with Elfa. Yeah, and then Final Fantasy IX, also something I'm considering, but would probably be a lower priority than either of those two things. And I do have a few episodes of An Etrian Odyssey 5 LP and 30-some of An Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold LP that I will certainly pick up at some point, but probably not in the near future. So that's pretty much it for my channel update. Thanks for watching. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, thanks, I appreciate you. Especially those of you who leave likes and comments, but virtually anybody who watches my videos, thanks. I hope you enjoy. So I guess this is going to be Dr. J signing off. Wishing all of you a Happy New Year as well. Happy 2025 to all of my viewers. Hope you had a Merry Christmas too, if you celebrate Christmas. Hope it's been a great holiday season for you. Whatever it is that I end up LPing next, I'll see you then. Catch you later, everybody.